This week on LandLeader Television.
We are the leaders of the land. Land is what we live on. It can be explored, built upon, and cultivated. Land holds our wildlife, crops and livestock, and the homes in which we live. It provides a resource for your family. It's what our forefathers settled and our brave fight to protect. It asks that you respect it, keep it free, and put back what you have taken. At times, it's purchased, sold, and traded, and it's passed on from generation to generation. So it's our duty as land brokers to be champions of conservation, habitat management, and ownership. We possess a deep love for our land and respect for all it provides. We are LandLeader.
This segment is brought to you by Corder & Associates.
I'm Stacy Corder. Corder & Associates is located in Fort Benton, Montana, and we cover the entire state of Montana for real estate. We specialize in farm and ranch and recreational properties. We have a nice niche. My husband is a certified crop advisor. My specialty is marketing. I'm born and raised in Montana, love the state of Montana and everything that it has to offer. The Teton Golden Acres, that's a family generational farm, and there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that. We're helping him move on to a different phase of his life.
Hi, my name is Rex Bach. We're on my farm in Choteau County in Fort Benton, Montana. We grow mainly winter wheat, spring wheat, barley. We're not quite into pulses yet, but that's in the future. My dad came out here when he was 9 years old. His family got split up, and he actually lived in the house right east of here. As he grew up, he went to work for George Sykes, who homesteaded this place. George didn't have any kids. George willed it to my dad. My dad built a house here and started farming and raising a family. In 1974, I got married, and my wife and I have been out here ever since. Cindy and I have raised 2 daughters, and they both love the farm just as much as we do. We have the whole family out here of 10 helping with harvest. My dad taught me a lot about farming. I love to fix things and basically just like to work. I'm a workaholic. But, you know, I just love the farming, and it's in your blood. It's hard to explain, but it's there. We have a parcel for sale. It's been in the family. My dad purchased it in the early 50s. We farmed it ever since. In 1975, we formed a corporation. Late 70s, early 80s, we enrolled it in CRP, Conservation Reserve Program. It's been in CRP for 23 years. We decided to take it out and start farming it several years ago. We've raised 4 or 5 crops off of it, averaged 45, 50 bushel winter wheat. But with the price of wheat as the way it is, commodities prices coming down, it was getting harder and harder to cash flow the rest of the farm. So that's one reason we decided to sell, pay down the debt, and make things cash flow a little better. On the property, there's the old homestead shack. It's a stone house. It was original homestead shack. They built it with the field stones. There were several outbuildings. There was a horse barn and then a root cellar. The rock house is located just about 2 miles from the river, the Teton River. It's just a really cool building. We see mule deer, whitetail. We have quite a few coyotes. Of course, the rabbits and gophers, and lots of sharp-tails, pheasants. Right east of the rock house, I got my very first mule deer. It was with my dad and our neighbor. I had a nice shot at a 4-point whitetail and took the shot, it dropped, and just like in slow motion, it dropped and rolled clear to the bottom of the coulee. And it proceeded to take us, all four of us, 4.5 hours to drag this deer out. But it was well worth it because it's a lifetime memory. I've been a longtime friends with Trampus's parents. I've known Trampus since he was a little tyke, and Trampus sold some property that my brother-in-law had, and he was very pleased with how Stacy and Trampus handled his property sale.
So my name is Trampus Corder, born and raised in Fort Benton, Montana. I am a broker owner with Corder & Associates, licensed in Montana and Wyoming. Growing up on the farm and ranch, what it taught me to do the hard work and to see my parents, what it took them to be successful on the farm. They instilled that work ethic in me. It's Teton Golden Acres. It's located north of Fort Benton, Montana. As the crow flies, probably about 5 miles, so close to all the amenities that a small town has to offer. It's located in the Golden Triangle and in Choteau County, which is the largest wheat-producing county in the entire nation. This climate and rainfall leads to phenomenal wheat growth and potential. Yields are outstanding, quality is unbelievable. This particular seller has been a lifelong friend, friends of the family, friends of my parents. He has an extremely unique piece of property. Anybody who's wanting to get into farming, there is not a better piece of ground around. It's been in CRP for a while, so it doesn't have a lot of chemicals. It could go back into organic very easy if somebody was interested in that. The best part is not only are you going to get a very nice return on your investment, but the recreational attributes to this property are outstanding. This property also has the stone house on it, which is a neat attribute to it. It's got a lot of history there. Just to poke around there and see all the hard work and the labor that went into building that property, it's a really neat piece of history.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Mahindra and participating farm credit locations. It's about people far and wide, from coast to coast. The farmers, the ranchers, their cattle and crops, weekends in the woods, blueberries, peaches, a fishing pole, and your grandpa's rifle. Best friends, the love of your life, our children. It's about making this real. We've been financing your life for more than a century. We're Farm Credit. We're here to help you grow.
Landowners, if you're ready for a real tractor, it's time to trade up to tough with Mahindra, the toughest tractors on earth. Trade in the other guys and get 0 down, 0% interest for up to 60 months, or up to $8,400 in real cash back and savings. Plus, Mahindra's industry-leading 7-year warranty comes standard. So get your work done, America, with Mahindra, the world's #1 selling tractor.
Looking to sell your ranch or farm? Visit LandLeader.com to learn about our exclusive network of the best farm and ranch brokers across the country. LandLeader member brokers are the leaders in their areas, representing the finest properties and providing their clients with the most property marketing in the nation. From ranches and farms to sporting properties and vacant land, we're the largest land marketing company in America. Give us a call or visit LandLeader.com today.
LandLeader Television is brought to you by LandLeader, exclusive properties worldwide. Mahindra, toughest utility vehicles on earth. Gunworks, 1,400 yards right out of the box. Cinch Jeans Insurance. Lead, don't follow. And by participating farm credit locations. Now it's time for the Farm Credit Tip of the Week.
I'm Brant Harrell with Southwest Georgia Farm Credit. And if you're like me, owning a small farm where I can enjoy time with family and friends and enjoy my four-wheeler and view wildlife, that's always been a dream of mine since a small boy. Once I purchased my property, I knew I needed some help along the way, so I sought out consultants and experts who could help me with my investment. The forestry consultants helped me understand the timber value on my property, and I talked with a wildlife biologist to help meet my wildlife goals. If you're going to manage timber for a cash flow, it's important to understand the sound management practices to help you reach your goal. So count on the experts to help you understand the highest and best use for your property, and when you need financial solutions, count on Farm Credit. Again, I'm Brant Harrell, and that's your tip of the week.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Cinch Jeans and Shirts and by Gunworks Rifles.
It comes to this moment. This is what he's prepared for. He's learned the science of long-range shooting. He knows how to select the right gear and how to compensate for wind. He's practiced. He's trained. Now, at 880 yards, he is ready. Gunworks, Long Range University. Visit gunworks.com.
Now's a great time to buy your next farm, ranch, or recreational property. The premier broker members of LandLeader represent the finest properties available on the market today, from working cattle ranches to income-producing farm ground, equestrian facilities and agricultural land to sporting properties and land rich with mineral rights. Let the LandLeader network help you find your next piece of land. Tour thousands of properties for sale online at landleader.com.
Land is where it all begins. From farmland and working cattle ranches to hunting properties and recreational retreats. We aren't your typical real estate agents. We choose boots over dress shoes and trucks over sports cars any day. We hunt, fish, raise cattle, and grow crops. We understand land.
This segment of LandLeader TV is brought to you by Hayden Outdoors. It's not often that a world-class organic farm comes up for sale, let alone one that is within 15 minutes of town. The Northern Colorado Organic Farm boasts over 1,200 acres of prime organic farming crop ground with excellent water rights, just minutes from Fort Collins, Colorado. Let's join co-listing brokers Casey Stamen and Dax Hayden from Hayden Outdoors to give us a closer look at this exclusive and profitable farm for sale.
Hi, I'm Casey, and I'm with Hayden Outdoors, and I am here on Northern Colorado Organic Farm. They have implemented programs that are top of the line. The owner has taken technology to a whole new level. They come out with drones, they fly the property, they measure the soil quality, the water quality, they relay it back into tractors to show how and where to plant more seed in order to create a higher yield. Today we're going to talk to Dax Hayden, who is our managing broker with Hayden Outdoors, about the farm quality and what he feels is the highest and best use for this farm.
Farming has changed immensely over the last 10 years, and I'm sure the technology and the need by the customers and folks that want to buy the food are indicating what farmers need to do. So in the old days, they were farmers, they grew crops, and that was it. Now the guys and gals are marketers along with farmers, and they utilize technology in both. And so this farm in this area is definitely cutting edge. When I pulled up and met Greg, I was thinking I was in the wrong place, because this farm looks like a regular operation that is very, very well managed. You couldn't tell it was organic, except for maybe some of the signs. It's an amazing thing to see the yields of what they can produce per acre. You're talking about corn, soybeans, alfalfa crops that are just amazingly good yields and organic.
My name is Greg Schreiner, and I'm with Silver Reef Organic Farms. We're located about 10 miles north of Fort Collins, Colorado, and we've been on the farm for about 5 years now. Silver Reef Organic Farm is comprised of about 1,600 acres, and we've got about 400 acres rented at this time. hour and 15 minutes to Denver, where we have all the concerts and sports that you'd ever want. Northern Colorado has an amazing group of breweries. We have no humidity. We don't have a lot of mosquitoes, which is awesome, also a great deal. So the quality of life here with the schools, the recreation, weather, all of those things create a great atmosphere for actually work and play. The history of this particular farm started in 1979. It became the first organic farm in Colorado. The cool thing about it is it's kept up that organic status all those years. So upwards of over 35 years it was organic. When we saw the opportunity to purchase this farm back in 2011, it was organic, and it was always our intention to keep it organic. Colorado is the 4th largest organic state in the country. Colorado has jumped from 140 organic farms about 10 years ago to up over 500 organic farms as of 2015 census. So organic is growing in Colorado at this time. The first year when we came on site, we really looked at conventional prices versus organic pricing. So in the corn market, it had such a premium, the wheat market, it had such a premium, that we felt like that's the way we need to go, and there was a need for it. We had the vision when we first bought the farm to go ahead and go into precision farming. Okay, and so how does that work in organics? You definitely start with your soils, right? We have to have a full understanding of our soils 3 feet down. So we started out with a process called Virus mapping. And that's a magnetic field that goes over the field. They go 3 feet down, and then they give us a readout from graphs to different layers of our farm. We did soil analysis, and we continue to do them every year, twice a year, but we understand then what our deficiencies are in nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium. So it all started with the soils. Once you get the soil mapped and understand your soil composition and your fertility, then you've got to have the equipment to be able to make that better. We invested in the top of the line equipment as far as tractors, GPS, the ability to do prescriptions for our precision farming. We've got the farm ready to go for that next owner, and we're excited about it.
This segment is brought to you by LandLeader, exclusive properties worldwide.
Looking for a real workhorse for your land? Test drive a Mahindra XTV, the toughest utility vehicles on earth, and get real savings, like $3,300 in cash back in savings, including a free roof and windshield. Mahindra XTVs are built in the USA for real reliability and are backed by a 3-year warranty. That's 6 times longer than the other guys. So get your work done, America, with Mahindra.
Are you experienced in farming, ranching, or recreational properties? Do you have a passion for the outdoors? Are you seeking a profession in real estate and land sales? If so, LandLeader is growing our team of real estate brokers and agent members across the country. We offer a strong network, excellent property marketing support, real estate training, and national affiliation of land brokerages that is second to none. For more information on becoming a member of LandLeader, visit us at landleader.com.
This segment of LandLeader TV is brought to you by Hayden Outdoors.
In 2011, I heard about this opportunity to purchase the farm, which was very exciting for me at the time. It took a year and a half just to put all the pieces together, from different farms to different water rights to an amazing list of things that had to be done. Then it's been 4 years now of learning, being excited every day about getting up and making the farm better. And in the beginning, it was about making this farm the best farm it could be. We started with our soil. We started with understanding our soil. We understood what we had to do to make this soil the best it could be. from all the weaknesses in our infrastructure that had to be upgraded so that we could make this farm perfect and be able to do variable rate irrigation, variable rate seed, and be a precision farming type company that was pretty much never been done before. Conventional farms are precision ag. It's a little harder in organics, but we got there. The farm in all the areas that we farm are now under pivot that have the opportunity to grow and make us money. The difference between organics and conventional is a lot in a lot of ways, but in the end it's really about the seed and what's being put on the seed. Organic seed does not have any treatment on it. I'm a cheerleader for both. Number one, we could not grow all the corn we need in the United States with organics. There's just no way. The conventional farmer has a place, right? They're the ones that grow all the corn for the world. They are envious of our pricing. You know, when we talk about what they're getting for a bushel of corn now versus what we're getting, they're very envious. And I can tell you right now, every conventional farmer across the country has thought at one time or another that maybe we should head some of our fields towards organic. Currently, our pivots are valley irrigators and zymatic irrigation systems. We've gone around and redid all the electrical on the farm. So between pumps for the wells, wiring, new nozzles, new tires, new panels, we had to put new panels on all the pivots. So between all the pivots, they're basically brand new. Very proud of that because we've got state-of-the-art precision farming type pivot irrigators at this time. This farm was all organic vegetables for 35 years. So when we took over the farm, we thought we would try vegetables or we would go into commodity crops. So we did do some vegetables the first year, saw that that was not the viable option for us moving forward. And so we switched over to all commodities for food, dairy, and animals throughout Colorado that were organic. The opportunity for marketing and selling our product throughout the world became more evident within year 2 or year 3. All the major grocery markets right now are increasing their exposure and the footprint in the organic world as far as vegetables. You see any type of marketplace right now or any type of grocery store, there are organic sections growing and growing and growing. It's kind of an interesting process with the organic seed. Conventional farmers and conventional seed companies are doing seed plots throughout the country. 1 acre, 2 acre, 10 acre seed plots, so they can give that farmer information that next winter about what he or she should actually be buying or purchasing as far as their soil types. In the organic world, there's no information. So throughout the last 4 years on this farm, we will put one field to this variety, one field to this variety. Sometimes we'll put half a field into a variety. And I'd say over the last 4 years, we feel very good now about our seed for corn and what works for us. Our wheat crop, we've done a great job over the last 4 years, making sure we're understanding our varieties, what kind of bushels, the disease that happens, because remember, we can't spray insecticides, we can't spray for disease, so we have to find varieties that are somewhat tolerant to those, so we have to still do our own testing all the time. And we feel very good over the last 4 years that we've found 2 to 3 varieties of wheat that works. Now we're working on our pinot bean varieties. We're about 3 years into pinot beans. We feel somewhat confident on our seed, but not completely there yet. And it's really because in organics, no one's really helping us. It was a 3-year process to clean the farm up, get all the old equipment out of here, get the soils up to par. So this was kind of, I don't want to say a labor of love, but it actually was, because I had a vision in the beginning of what this farm could look like, and I think we're pretty darn close right now.
This farm is an amazing opportunity because of the level of detail, the level of the management to maintain and manage this property the way they have. It's unheard of. This kind of operation is not for the faint of heart. It's one of the best I've ever seen when you consider all types of farming. And yet when you manage the inability to use chemicals and other traditional farming methods, and you've got to do it the old-fashioned way in many ways, these folks do it right. I think that's what you're seeing in these emerging markets like the Front Range of Colorado with this location. Folks want good food. It is definitely the hard way to do it. With the organic side, you have the requirements and reporting to maintain the organic status. But what makes it so profitable is the access to markets, the marketability of the product, and increased yields for organics, and definitely increased pricing over traditional crops.
The Northern Colorado Organic Farm represents an unbelievable opportunity for a family farm looking to expand, or a commercial dairy or farming business ready to add a profitable operation to their portfolio. Contact Hayden Outdoors to schedule a complete showing of this rare and unique property. For more information on how to feature your property on LandLeader TV, please visit landleader.com.